Hi guys, welcome back to the Jake Vlogs channel, and first of all I do want to say I do apologise once again for slacking. Basically, I know I haven't been uploading or even filming a lot of videos recently. Once again, I do apologise. It seems like every video I'm apologising for not uploading often. But yeah, of course I'm still motivated. I love to do YouTube at the moment. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on what I'm doing, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get videos out to you maybe every couple days. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But yeah, in today's video is a FIFA related video. Of course, there's not too much going on in the footballing world at the moment. So yeah, I've got a FIFA video in this video, and today I'm going to be listing my top 10 most hated players in FIFA, or some of them aren't hated, they're just very, very OP in FIFA 20. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it with number 10. By the way guys, this is in no particular order whatsoever. It's not like most hated player or most OP player to the worst or something. No particular order. It's just my opinion. If you have any that I missed out, and let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, the first one I'm gonna say for me is of course that headliner, Adama Traore. What a card he is! I believe the SBC. Of course, it came out a while ago. I think it was pretty expensive. I can't really remember. But yeah, in game it just terrorises defences. Of course, the pace, it's unreal. His shooting, it's okay. I know he only has 2-star weak foot, but you know he's a brilliant. He's a brilliant player. I hate it when people bring him off the bench in FUT Champions. He's a very, very sweaty player. 99 pace. No one is going to outpace him or even outstrength him as well. He's very, very strong. And for me, and I think a lot of people out there, they hate coming up against headliner or I mean Scream as well. People hate coming up against Adama Traore. Next player in my list, who in my opinion is very OP and possibly hated by some of you guys out there, is going to be ter Stegen. Of course, the Barcelona goalkeeper. He's in many teams, very, very popular this year in FIFA 20. And there's only really one reason why. He's a shot stopper, isn't he? Honestly, he saves absolutely everything. Everything you throw at him, he's gonna save. To be honest, he's a brilliant keeper. And yeah, I'm sure like 70% of people have him in their squads. God knows what his team of the season is going to look like. That is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Good luck to anyone, including myself, trying to score a goal past that. But yeah, normal De Gea. Sorry, not De Gea. Normal ter Stegen, sorry. He's quite cheap considering the player that you're going to get. He's a brilliant goalkeeper. I recommend him to anyone that has a German or La Liga backline. Then yeah, I definitely recommend him. He's cheap and he's OP. Ter Stegen, he's in my list. Next one on my list, I'm going to go for another quite OP player from an SBC, which was a long time ago, and this is Scream PK. Now, I don't think he's too great now, but I mean, not even long ago, he was amazing. I remember saying it that. I remember saying that he's up there with like Virgil van Dijk. Honestly, he was amazing. But this stage in the game, there's too many fast players. Some of them that will be in this list, and PK sometimes gets caught out and exposed every now and then. But most of the time, he was all of the time until like the last couple months, he was brilliant for me. I loved him. I played over 1,000 games with that Gerard PK. I loved him. He's OP. He used to be a brick in that defence, and still is for some people. So yeah, for me, Gerard Piqué is very overpowered. Talking about Gerard Piqué being on the same level, possibly, as Virgil van Dijk, that is going to be my next player. It is Virgil van Dijk from Liverpool. For me, he's the best centre-back. He's the best gold centre-back on the game, without a shadow of a doubt. Everything about him is brilliant. His pace, he's fast for a centre-back. Of course, he can defend. He's a brilliant centre-back. He's fast, as I said, physical as well. He's strong. He outstrengths a lot of people. Very, very hard. It's a mission to get past him. I wish you luck, and I'm sure you have attempted to try and get past him. The amount of times I see him in FUT Champions, it's absolutely crazy. But yeah, he's very, very cheap now. He's about 270k or something. And for that card, 100% worth it, in my opinion. Yeah, he's been great the whole year, and I feel like I don't use him, he's not in my team, but if I use him, 110%, I would absolutely love him. And yeah, I hate coming up against Van Dijk because I know I'm going to be in for a pretty stressful and hard game. Moving on to another one, which was actually a free card. Anyone that plays FIFA or has the game could have got this card. If you do, let me know down below. And for me, this is Future Stars Daniel James. Now, I was contemplating doing the objective for a bit, because I remember at the time I had headliner Orsic, who maybe or maybe not is in this list as well. And I didn't really want to get rid of him. James would have, I believe, I think he would have been on 7 chem as well, playing slightly out of position on the left-hand side instead of the preferred right. So I was thinking about doing it. I had a long time to think about it. It was out for like 2 months or something, or like a month and a half. And in the end, I did it. And yeah, I don't regret it. Even to this day, I bring him on, I would say, 75% of my FUT Champs games. The subs I normally make is Daniel James and someone else who I'm going to speak about definitely in this area. He is amazing, the player who's coming up in this list. But yeah, Daniel James, he's brilliant. As I said, he was free for a free card. What he can give is absolutely brilliant. His pace, unstoppable, shooting, brilliant. Everything about him, in my opinion, is very good. He's a brilliant super sub, even this stage in the game. So yeah, for me, he's brilliant, very overpowered. So yeah, Daniel James. Moving on to another overpowered card, and this is probably what you're gonna get because it is a very expensive card. Actually, not the most expensive in the whole video. He's not the whole. There's one more person who is slightly, well, probably a lot more expensive than the player who I'm about to say, and that is, of course, Neymar. For me, hardest player to get the ball off. Of course, he's got 5-star weak foot, 5-star skills, 5-star, 5-star. He is absolutely magnificent. I've always wanted, this whole FIFA, I've always wanted to try that Mbappe and Neymar partnership. Of course, I got very lucky a few weeks ago getting that FUT birthday Mbappe. So who knows, one day maybe I can be asked to save up coins for a Neymar, but I always say I'm going to save up. Honestly, I've said it probably about 7 times this year. And have I done it once? No, I have used Neymar though this year, but I didn't have Mbappe. I think I even sold Mbappe to get Neymar. So I've never quite used them together. Of course, the Mbappe I have, possibly the best Mbappe in the game. Maybe it's better than his Team of the Year, but I'm not going to judge. I've never used Team of the Year Mbappe. But yeah, that Mbappe is something special. Partnered with Neymar, who, as I just said, is absolutely impossible to try and get the ball off. His dribbling is amazing. The pace when he dribbles is amazing. He's a nightmare to get the ball off. And for me, I absolutely hate coming up against Neymar. Moving on to the next player. This is a player that I think a lot of you see quite often. He's in a lot of Bundesliga teams and a lot of teams in general. And for me, he is very, very overpowered. His gold card was very, very good at the start of the game. I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. And that is, of course, Player of the Month, Timo Werner. I think he's got more than one this year. I'm pretty sure he's had a brilliant season over there in Germany, and yeah, I think it's his 90 rated player of the month. He is absolutely nightmare to play against. So trying to defend against him is a nightmare. His pace is something special. I know. For me, pace is a bit of a weird stat because I feel like just because a card sometimes says 99 pace, for example, I used that 91 Sane earlier on in the year. It said 99 pace, but to be honest, it felt like about 87 pace. It didn't feel too quick or agile, and I ended up putting him into an SBC. I didn't like him at all. So yeah, I know I was going a bit off topic. But yes, pace I feel like doesn't really show the whole story. I don't know what Timo Werner's pace is, but I know he's very quick and he's a nightmare to attempt to defend against. He always scores against me, and as I said, back in like October, November time, even possibly going into Christmas, his gold card is 83 at the time, was a nightmare to play against. Yeah, for me, player of the month, or possibly even any. I know he's got a couple informs as well. For me, player of the month, especially Timo Werner, is a nightmare. Next player in this list is someone that probably you don't see too much now, but when you see him, which to be fair, as I just said, it's not every game. It's not like some players in this list where they're in pretty much everyone's team, such as like Neymar now. You don't see him too often, but when he's there, he scores goals. He's a nightmare to play against, in my opinion. And I don't know how many of you will think this, but in my opinion, he's very, very good when I come up against him. And this is the David Villa special card. And for me, it's completely gone out of my head what type of card it is, but it'll be on screen right there, as you can see. David Villa, nightmare to defend against when I play him. As I said, I don't come up against him much, but he scores goals when I do. I believe it was an SBC, which I didn't complete. But yeah, of course, he's from Spain, which is a quite good league, but he's from the MLS, so you can only really link him with either icons or Spanish players. But yeah, for me, he is quite overpowered when I come up against him. So David Villa, I'm not sure how many of you have that same opinion. Of course, this is just my opinion. This isn't like true facts. So yeah, if you have any other opinions, let me know in the comment section down below. Moving now on to the final two. There's only two players it can be. I'm sure you guys know 100% at least one I'm thinking of, or as in my list just over there. And the first player I'm going to mention, either of them can be the most OP player in the game and the most hated player, because honestly, I can't decide who is more hated and who is better as well. One's a lot more expensive than the other, but on the pitch, they can sometimes both provide the goods, provide the goals. They both have 5-star weak foot. I'm sure you guys have guessed at least one. And the one that I'm going to say now is the player of the month, Wissam Ben Yedder. For me, any version of Ben Yedder, it will do, apart from maybe his 83 version, but any sort of inform. I have his 86 red, which is absolutely insane. I bring him off the bench quite a bit in foot champs. And yeah, for me, he's brilliant. Of course, 5-star wing foot. That SBC cost, I think it was near enough 700k. But to be fair, I haven't used him, of course. I didn't do it at the time. I thought it was stupidly expensive from EA, but now looking at what he does against me when I play him, it actually really makes me want to cry. Yeah, honestly, he could be the most OP player, but then so could the player that I'm going to speak about in a minute. But yeah, player of the month, Ben Yedder. I just hate seeing him in the team when the team loads up. Because I know, even if it's Red Ben Yedder or Inform, even if it's like his 85 Ben Yedder or whatever, I know it's probably going to be quite a long game. But yeah, every Ben Yedder, it just gets better and better, to be honest. And his player of the month is absolutely unstoppable. That's why he is possibly the most OP player on this game. And moving on to the final player in my list, as I just said, this could be the most OP card alongside Ben Yedder. Let me know in the comment section who you think is more OP in the game. And as I said, this card, it has 5-star weak foot, only cost me, it cost me about 8 to 10k. The SBC in general, it was an SBC card, was about 30k or something. I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. There's no way I could make a video talking about the most OP players in FIFA without naming Ryan Kent. Yes, of course, Ryan Kent. He is an absolute animal to defend against. I don't even know if that just makes sense. But yeah, he is absolutely brilliant. 99 pace or 90, very close to that. It'll be on screen right there, as you can see. But yeah, he is mad in game. 5-star weak foot, brilliant. 4-star skills, I believe, but I'm not much of a skiller myself. Yeah, honestly, coming up against this guy, it's absolutely torture. No words can really say the hatred I have when coming up against this. But yet again, I have this card. I bring him on about 80% of champs, literally, or probably higher than that, to be honest. I'll bring him on almost every FUT Champs game. Even if I don't need a goal, just to make sure I'm secure, always bring Ryan Kent on. And honestly, I can't believe people chose Forest over him. What were they thinking? Ryan Kent, possibly the most OP player on this game. But yeah, there we go. That was my list of the top 10 most OP players or most effective players in games in FIFA 20. As I said, if you have another opinion, someone that maybe I missed out, let me know in the comment section. I know there's a lot of cheap beasts like Ferland, Mendy, Musa Sissoko, who used to really be very OP at the start of the game. Not so much, I don't think, now. But yeah, let me know if you have someone else that I may have missed out. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said at the start, hopefully this is going to be the start of me uploading every now and then. Probably I'd like to upload, I'll upload when I do. Hopefully it's not too long for you. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video.